music.
Have you ever been in a Turkish prison?
No, we're not going to start this way again. We're not going to do this twice, are we? All right. I love it. Just jump in on the intro and screw the whole thing up. This show is off to a roaring start.
All right. Hey, everybody. This is Geek Public Radio right here on geekpublicradio.com.
Hello.
And this is our first show for the year.
It is. Yay, 2017.
We've been busy.
We did gets the busy.
Yeah. And then I got unbusy.
Yeah, and then I never really got unbusy. I got preoccupied with myself. I am a self-absorbed twat, so that happens.
Well, we've been saying that for years.
Yeah, I don't deny it, though. So, I mean, at least I am an honest, self-absorbed twat, as the English would say.
As English would say.
All right, I hope everybody out there is having fun. I'm Crazy Chris.
I'm Topher.
And Topher has got a new Facebook page that he's been using to represent himself.
Yeah, because
his movie personality.
Everybody's
big shot now.
Yeah, well, I found out that everybody is unfollowed, so I don't show up on their newsfeed in the old one.
Oh, really?
So I made a new one, sucker everybody back in.
Hey guys, check out my new page. It's better than the old page. It's got the exact same stuff on it.
And then the other guys are like, I haven't seen you post anything about, the shows you're doing. No, because they're on the new one.
Yeah. People, I've actually had a multitude of questions about that. Are you still doing your show? Where can I find it? I'm like, well, you can find our old shows on YouTube and this and the other. I said, we still release content on the Geek Public Radio Facebook page. I said, you can find it on there too. And a friend of mine keeps asking about Spreaker. He's like, well, what software do you use to do for your podcasts and stuff? And I'm like, well, we use a different type of software to record. I was like, we're not live. I said, well, not now, but we do. We use Spreaker to broadcast once it's loaded.
Mm-hmm.
We use Spreaker, and he's like, I don't think I've heard of that one. And I'm like, it's a website where you can load podcasts. Like, I don't know what to tell you about it. Like, it's a special one. It actually gives you blowjobs every time you load a podcast. It's amazing.
Tell your friends.
We're going to get complaint letters.
We're running a special right now. If you listen to us and tell your friends, you'll get two.
Right? We're going to get letters. I didn't give him a blowjob. Yeah, you did. It's virtual, which means it's not real.
Go talk to Madonna.
No, wasn't it? What was that porn star's name? Mia Khalifa, that promised she would give Trump supporters. I was like, what? That seems very bizarre coming from her.
What I was laughing at was the Italian porn star who said that if you voted on whatever thing she was supporting, that she would do it. Well, she actually held up to her word and was going around the country.
Nuh-uh.
It made the news.
That is spectacular. I kind of wish I would have donated. That's pretty fantastic, though. Like, you can't even be mad. Although at the same time, I honestly feel like that's prostitution. Like, I feel like we've drawn the line.
Like, vote no on Prop 8. I'll give you a blowjob.
All right. That's like half the male population right there. Like, I don't even know what Prop 8 is, but I'm voting no. Prop 8's where they actually want to institutionalize anal probes for hospitals. Oh, I get a blowjob, right? Every man's deductive reasoning skills right there. Oh, my goodness. So we got a big day coming up tomorrow. This is the 19th of January. It's Thursday, the 19th, and tomorrow is the
dun dun dun.
This is the inauguration of the president. Oh no! Everyone's gonna die. I believe that's the general consensus. That's the group think hive mind mentality.
Well, according
right
to
now.
CNN, the CIA is going to take him out, and Obama's going to name a replacement.
That's not how that works.
I know, but that's what CNN said.
Well, CNN's fake.
So, what you playing now? We'll move out of the politics into
let's
gaming.
move into the actual geek stuff. Because it is Geek Public Radio, not Politics Public Radio. We had a show for that once. Anyways.
And we got hate mail.
Oh my God, we did. And I was like, man, we're just being honest, though. Like, people
Nobody
hate
wants
truth.
that.
Anyways, so, oh my God, we could fill 80 shows with this nonsense. So, I have been playing. So, Final
With
Fantasy.
yourself.
Yes. Final Fantasy 15 has come out, and it's pretty awesome. I have been, I don't really watch other people play. But usually to get a sense of how gameplay works and stuff like that, like I'll turn on a Let's Play video on YouTube and I'll just kind of cycle through and watch a couple minutes here or there just to get a feel for how it's played. And I think that's a really cool idea.
Mhm.
As far as that is concerned, I feel like people like PewDiePie and Markiplier and all that stuff, I feel like they almost have an obligation at this point for as much money as they've made just people watching them play video games, that they have an obligation to go out and buy video games and just play them for a little bit so people can get a feel for how the game actually I feel like that's their job now. So,
well, the funny thing is when you talk about that, there's a few things I wanted to talk about what's going on the YouTubes.
The YouTube webs.
But like PewDiePie is getting away from that.
Yeah, he's gonna branch into something else now, I guess.
Well, a lot of it is his just sitting around whining. But those guys, those guys stopped paying for video games a long time ago.
Yeah, they really did.
I mean, Boogie doesn't have near as many subscribers and views and stuff, but he gets games to test. He gets new toys and to talk about and all sorts of stuff all the time.
I feel like you remember Secret Shoppers back in the day, right? And they were supposed to go. They would get a check. They would get a check, and they were told to buy specific items,
right?
And then try those items, and then write.
I did that for a while.
Right. It was actually decent money if you did it often. It was really decent money, and you got to keep the crap you bought.
Right.
Like you didn't have to give that stuff, and then you got the rest of the check, whatever it was. Like they'd send you like $1,000 check, and you'd buy like $800 worth of stuff, and then you got to keep 200 of it. And you could do whatever you wanted with the rest of it. If you wanted to take it back, you could. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's what we're kind of getting into now. Like they're not secret shoppers, but that's essentially what they are. They're basically given free reign. They're given a whole bunch of products to test and then write reviews about it.
Well, yeah.
And then this
that's been going on for a long time.
I know. It's just kind of funny that's what it's evolved into.
Technically, we have done that.
We did?
That's where several of the games over on that shelf over there came from.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Well, whatever.
D&D 5th edition.
Yeah.
I just happened to really dig.
I guess it's what playtesters really kind of boil down to, although playtesters are more of they're a focused market as opposed to a broad market.
Right. Well, what the reviews come out,
PewDiePie and stuff like that, they're a broad market.
Well,
they get a wide range of stuff to do.
Well, just like any book review, if you write movie reviews,
right,
you get access to early screenings, so you can write your reviews, and get people to go buy it.
Fair enough.
And they figure if they go to the right people who they figure would like their stuff. If they get bad reviews, well, we need to tweak this a little bit.
Right.
Or if they get good reviews, cool.
Right. And that's fair. Now, anyway, so I watched a couple of Let's Play videos for Final Fantasy 15. It's stunning. Looks beautiful. It looks like it's going to be very fun. It's next on my list to purchase. I'm going to purchase that. But I had a couple of things that I could do over Christmas with getting games and stuff like that. And so I needed to kind of do an upgrade to my PS4. So I went ahead and just got a subscription for it, PS4. And then I bought a game called 7 Days to Die.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's I saw it. It looked kind of neat. I was watching some people play, and I really getting to the point now where I'm rocking single player. I'm doing really well at it. I'm going to crank up the difficulty here soon. I'm going to turn it up to insanity or whatever the heck it is. I'm going to crank it all the way up and just try to see where it sits with that, because I have a feeling that that's going to be insane. So I really want to challenge myself with that, but. You can do cooperative play. Now you can have a local cooperative play, or you can go through online and get like join a party and stuff like that. It just looks super fun. I haven't done that yet. I haven't ventured into the realm of the multiplayer because I'm still getting a handle on the nuance of single player and what I can build, what I can do, what I can get away with, what I can't get away with, etc. So I'm still getting that feel. But the game itself, the gameplay itself is like exceptional. It's super fun. Basically, every 7 days, a horde of zombies comes to attack you.
Oh, I think I saw your thing. You're like, day 14, yada, yada, yada. Day 40, whatever.
It was day 13, or no, it was day 21 because I'm like day 23 now. No, it was day 14. It was I was like day 14, and they attack, and it's supposed to be different every time, but it's really not. For the console version because it's on PC, it's on Xbox. It's and PC and Xbox are cross compatible as they've been for a while. PS4 unfortunately does not, but it's still super fun. So I'm sitting there, and they attack at like 10 o'clock at night, and this is military time, so it was like 21:59, and I had to hit pause. I'd gone outside to kind of prep myself because I'm like, okay, here comes the big horde. And built up all the fences on my base, and I had managed to take over this basically this electric station. It's just made of it's just bricks. So it's this building, it's this huge brick building, and then it's surrounded by a fence, and then surrounded by a big brick fence with wrought iron all the way through it. So and then there's these 2 giant gates. So on top of that, I built a wall all the way on the inside of it. I built another wall, and it's a big metal wall, and then I put a whole bunch of traps all the way on the outside of it. And so I'm like, it's going to take them all day just to break through to get to me. Like, come get it, So I was like, day 4, here comes the big horde. And, you have to craft, arrows, and you craft your own weapons, and you craft your own armor. It's a generally fun game to play. The gameplay itself is really fun. And they got randomly generated maps. It's basically Minecraft meets Walking Dead. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. There are a couple of things I don't like about it. The hit detection, the hitbox is super bad. It is poor. It's got some glitches. It's got a low polygon, retention count or whatever the heck that's called, where basically only so much can be on the screen at a time before it starts to kind of go, I don't know what to do anymore. I hit that limit, by the way, on the day 21. I hit that limit for the amount of polygons that can be on the screen before it actually starts to things start to disappear. And it's funny because I built they're called spike traps, and I built spike traps on the outside, and these big log spikes. I built log spikes on top of log spikes, and then right outside of that is the spike traps on top of spike traps, and then more log spikes on top of log spikes, and then more spike traps. So there's like 8 layers of traps all the way around this titanically large compound that I've built. And there's not a tree within miles of my compound. I've torn them all down. They're all gone. And I got to upgrade all my stuff and everything, and you can upgrade and stuff. It's still a really fun game to play. But like I said, the hitbox is super poor and the polygon count's low. The fog, you remember from the early days, 64 and stuff like that, and you'd see the fog in the background, the fog's a big deal. That's it. It's definitely a game that was indie published for sure.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, I mean, it's a fun experience. It really is a blast to play. And I don't really have a lot of gripes about it. It gets a little eventually you're going to die. There's nothing you can do about it. It's going to happen. And I talked to a couple of people, and apparently if you manage to survive an entire year, at which point the hordes are just out of control. And it gets to, I think, 350 zombies that attack you at once. And if you're not prepared, you get wrecked. You're just going to get wrecked. They tend to focus in specific areas too, so it's kind of fun. But so I've been playing the crap out of that, and I got my Borderlands and not my Borderlands, but I got my Fallout games back from a friend of mine, so I've been playing those, and I've just been doing a lot of different stuff. And then of course, Minecraft was $5 for the PS4, so I bought it. I was like, I got $9 left. I'll buy this. So I bought that, and I haven't actually played it yet on the PS4 because I'm really still super bummed out and sad that my file got so jacked up from the PS3. I had an entire kingdom. It's gorgeous. I built it in survival mode, and I see all these pictures of these, oh my God, it took these guys like so long to build this kingdom. And I'm like, they built it creative. I'm not even impressed. You get to fly around. Like, I'd like to see you build my 19-story tall castle with a keep, a drawbridge, and all the cool stuff that I put on there in survival mode, first of all. And second of all, I didn't get to fly. I had to build a tower and I had to build a little landing all the way around that thing so I could put those blocks in place. Like, that's impressive to me. I did it real in a virtual game. What's up? So yeah, I've just been playing those kind of games, just kind of like sitting around and being bored, and then playing some mobile games and stuff. So anyway,
so I got I've been playing Infinite Warfare and Battlefield 1.
Nice. I have yet to play either one of those games.
And I still have on deck that I haven't even touched Dishonored 2 and
nice.
Far Cry 4.
Nice.
I think the first two are Xbox One and the other two are PS4.
Yay. Far Cry, I have seen... it's one of the games I really want to pick up and play, and I just never do. I'm like, I should get Far Cry. I'll get it some other time. But Dishonored, my friend picked up Dishonored 2. He's a big Dishonored fan. He loves it. He picked up Dishonored 2, and he's like, it's better.
My wife was like, that looks good. I want to play it. Like, have you played Dishonored 1? No?
Okay, we'll play that one first.
And it's like, so she was the one that asked for Dishonored and Far Cry.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, okay, well, we'll get them. Have you played any of the others? No, but they look really good. Okay. Well, let me know if you want to play the others, because we can make that happen.
Right. Oh, let's see. Not really a whole lot else going on. I mean, just work and stuff like that. Just staying busy. You've had a little bit of some health stuff. We talked about that a little bit, and talked about the inauguration. Talked about some video games. Talked about some movies. Did you see Rogue One?
Yes,
there we go. Okay, yeah, that's a good movie. It's fantastic. No spoilers. Don't worry if you haven't seen it yet. Go see it. The only spoiler I will give away is that George Lucas is writing and directing the sequel to Rogue One. So, giving that one away right now. Also, I'm going to give away that Princess Leia is in the sequel. She will be in the sequel to Rogue One. So, definitely worth a look.
I saw that meme come around, and I was like, how many people don't get it?
Oh, right. I saw the spoiler.
I sent you
poster.
one.
Yeah, the poster for the Rogue One sequel. And I laughed and I laughed and I laughed. I talked to my uncle. He's a big Star Wars fan. They went to go see it, and he told me basically how the timeline panned out. And I was like, really? I was like, that's how it rolls through. And he's like, yeah, it leads right up to that moment. And I was like, that's pretty cool.
5 minutes.
Yeah, not even that really. Probably like 30 seconds, but yeah, it was pretty cool. I thought that was really super neat.
I
cried, by the way.
Alan Tudyk killed that game, or killed that movie.
That K2. Oh my God. Dude, I have a new favorite. Like, he is my new favorite droid. And it's just, he's awesome.
You heard the story about that, didn't you? Like, did the premiere, all these people were going up to Alan, talking to him and saying, hey, yeah, cool, because they knew he was doing whatever. And my brain just shut off, literally, just like right now. The guy, Anthony Daniels, walked up to him and went, so, welcome to the universe, yada, yada, yada. And he walks into the thing. And he's like, well, I just let me know if you have any notes. I would love to know anything you can give me on being a droid in the Star Wars universe. You're just so epic. Any notes after this, just let me know. And after the show, he walked out and went, "Fuck you."
Anthony Daniels looks at him and is like, I hate you. Yeah, he provided just countless instances of hilarity. And I'm not going to spoil anything. Just suffice to say that you're not a person if you don't laugh when he's talking. Like the only thing I'm going to say, I'll one quote from it. It's not giving anything away. It was, well, what happens if X event occurs? And he says, well, we'll probably skip off, go bouncing into space, and we'll all die a horrible, slow, and painful death via asphyxiation, or our bodies will decompress and we'll die. And he just looks over and goes, not me. I can survive in space. Just goes about his business like it wasn't no big deal.
My favorite one that was in the previews. So if you've seen a trailer, yeah. Did you know that was not me?
Did you know that wasn't me?
She's just like, eh.
Yeah, that was. There was a couple of things like the way that it played up to that moment was kind of bizarre to me. The first 10 minutes of that movie were just awesome. They were so great. The way that they pegged that out and they showed that, that was really cool. But like, I feel like it progressed super fast to that point. Or, after that, just, and then just launched. And I'm like, whoa, guys, what happened to...
Well, they had a whole lot of stuff to get into.
I know. Like I said, it just took off like a bat out of hell. And then when it got there, it just kind of meandered along and took its time. And then it was like, wham, here it is again.
Well, it wasn't like...
I wouldn't say it had pacing issues because it really didn't. It kept your attention.
The thing is
erratic pacing.
Modern audiences have fallen into the Marvel pacing.
Right.
There's going to be this thing. We see them together. They're going to have a fight. They're going to lose. They're going to go over here. They're going to get stuff together. Then they're going to turn around and come back, and they're going to beat the bad guy and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
That kind of,
roller coaster flow, right,
is what people are starting to get used to. Like, okay, so here's the fight where they lose.
Yeah.
Or,
And then when you get into a movie like Suicide Squad, that's the thing I've heard people say, they're like, oh, it had pacing issues. What? How? How did it have pacing? It introduced you to all the characters.
Right.
It showcased their talent. It gave you the focus on the two main characters of the movie. It gave you the setting for the bad guy. It introduced the conflict,
right? But
then thrust them into the conflict and provided additional antagonists. What pacing issue are you discussing? Because honestly, if that was a book, it was written using standard format, like nothing to deviate it. It did not deviate.
But my view of it, I loved the movie.
It was great. I loved it. I'm not saying it was perfect. It had its issues.
It had its issues.
Pacing, I don't think was one of them.
My main issue with it is that it seems like bigger sections were cut. Yeah, you can go through, follow the arc, and do all that stuff and whatever, but there were definitely gaps that I found watching it. Did it take it away from it? No. But
I get you, like spots where they could have provided explanation.
Well, the simple fact of it is they cut an entire Joker movie out of the film.
It wasn't that much.
It was almost an hour worth of footage that they didn't use. Yeah. Like if it cut together hour, like 2 months of filming that they cut out of the film.
Yeah,
to put that in perspective.
I know. And you do understand that footage is going somewhere, right?
Well, I know.
Yeah, you know that.
Well,
the point is that nobody else is supposed to know. Like, we can figure that out. You know that. You worked on the back end of a movie. You know that footage isn't going down the toilet.
Right, but what I was saying is there's a lot of places that footage or other footage similar could have fit. I liked the kind of tie into the end, put them back in their hole. Me and my friends will take care of it. That whole after the resolution, post credit, Marvel stealing, post credit stuff.
They act like I love how Marvel acts like they're the first ones to do that. I'm like,
no, but they're the first ones to tease the next movie that way. That's how they let you know what's coming next. Right. I mean, if you look at Iron Man and Hulk and all that stuff, that kind of knitted.
And now they're just throwing ridiculously dumb crap.
I like the shawarma.
The shawarma thing was funny. Like, that was fun. Like, the Howard the Duck thing was funny. That was funny to me. Like, everybody was like, what does that mean? And I'm like, dude, it's a throwback for people. It's a movie about a dude that was abducted in the 1980s, and then the movie ends with a reference to the 1980s. I said, that is perfect. Well, it started.
Howard
the
Duck,
like it started.
It's a Howard the Duck. People forget is a Marvel comic.
Yep. Awful.
That actually fit in the Marvel universe. Yeah. It had its place.
Marvel, dude. Howard the Duck during that whole the whole zombies thing that Marvel zombies. Howard the Duck was a zombie. It was hilarious. Like, they actually used him, and he had his own story arc and everything. And it was Howard versus the zombies, and it was funny, or the Deadites or something like that, like Howard and the Deadites or something. But it was funny. So like the whole concept, like, of him looking. He was an animated character. You could tell he was an animated character. Yeah.
But he was not the Howard the Duck movie style little round fluff ball. He actually looked like his comic character.
Yeah. They're sitting around, no pants on, smoking a cigar.
Smoking and drinking with the horrible attitude.
Yep. It's hysterical. Like, I don't know. Like, Howard the Duck movies were awful, but they were funny. Like, oh, Ducky. And it's like, oh, come on. No, that's so gross. Like, this is a celebration of bestiality long before Beauty and the Beast made it popular. Like, it's...
I don't know. That was just another movie that I had my my 80s crush being in, so that was okay.
I don't even remember that. That was on Beverly D'Angelo. Who was in that movie?
Leah Thompson.
That's it. That was Christmas Vacation was Beverly D'Angelo.
Yeah, she was Leah Thompson was my celebrity crush for
I believe you. I believe you. All right, so what do we got coming up as far as movies are concerned? What movies are you excited about?
Well, this year we have like a ton of comic book movies, don't we?
Yeah. Wonder Woman's coming out this year. That's all I really care about. There's a couple of Marvel. Like, I'm done with the Marvel thing. Like, I like them. I'll go watch them. But I think Black Panther's coming out this year too.
Let's see. Pulling up the quasi-complete list. If you can include like Lego Batman.
I kind of want to see that though because it looks funny. So I can't lie, looks funny. But I know the Wonder Woman movie's coming out. Super excited about that. That's just about 4 or 5 months away.
Yeah,
about 5 months away. I think it's in June or July. When it comes
the
out.
Animated Batman Caped Crusaders 2 with the old school looking
Batman and Robin.
Nice. Is coming out.
Come on, what else you got? Kill me, Smalls.
Lego Batman.
Yep.
Logan. Duh. I was just watching the thing.
Oh yeah, Logan. Duh. Yeah, I just saw the preview for
that. Guardians 2. That'll be interesting. Of course, Wonder Woman and Gal Gadot. Spider-Man: Homecoming is coming out. Thor: Ragnarok.
I'm interested in Thor: Ragnarok.
The Just Us League.
The Justice League movie's coming out this year?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
As in, not the animated movie?
No, the Zack Snyder.
What?
Yeah, it says it's slated.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I knew that. I don't know why I was confused about that.
November.
Yeah. It's not a summer movie. That's why I was confused. That's going to be awesome. Everybody's going to hate it. And they're going to be like, oh my God, it's so stupid. And I'm going to be like, just punch yourself in the face.
My problem is DC does television wonderfully.
Yeah.
They don't seem to have the same oomph.
Choose your next words carefully, Persian.
They don't seem to have the same oomph on the big screen as they do. Because this whole new incarnation of the Cavill Superman of being like quick to tip to the dark side, not, or like that whole line that we saw from Batman v Superman, where, oh my God, he's killing all these innocent people. That's at the core against everything that the Man of Steel has actually been up to.
When was he killing innocent people?
No, we had the hint of injustice going on in that Flash that.
So he lost his. No, but that's a dream sequence.
I understand. I understand.
That's a setup,
right?
That's a legit setup for something else.
I understand. I totally followed that.
Okay,
but if you look at the body count, it would everything up into the whole idea. Everybody loved what's his name's Batman being gritty and realistic and all the other stuff. We've got to do everything that way. I don't think that fits Superman. That was my
okay. I get where you're coming from.
It was too
dark.
Yeah. And that was supposed to be the play between Superman and Batman. Is Batman is a dark world, right, dark character. Superman is the Boy Scout. Right. And that's where the tension comes.
But in Bruce's mind, he's not.
Well, no, even in the first movie, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
I had so many, he wouldn't have done. I was sitting watching no, he wouldn't have done that. He wouldn't have done that. He wouldn't have done that.
They played up the fact that he was literally just embracing his heritage at that point.
He wouldn't have done that.
He was just embracing the fact of his heritage and deciding what he really wanted to do and who he wanted to be. That was the whole point. He was determining who he wanted to be. He hadn't already established himself as this mega hero. This is the whole coming of age story. Basically, think about the super alien hitting puberty. That's literally what happened. Okay,
he's not at 35 years old.
He's not going to make wise decisions. Yeah, but he's essentially immortal under our sun. So I mean, there's that. But and I don't remember really seeing a Kryptonian age book, but I do know that Jor-El was somewhere in the realm of 260 when he freaking died. So there's
not because he chose to.
Yeah, not because he chose to. But the point that I'm bringing up is
and they squashed their beef because their moms have the same name.
That's not what happened.
That's how it played out.
It's not how it played out at all.
That's how I was sitting in the theater the day it came out going, and I felt like that one guy who I went to watch the Star Wars prequels with.
Drastically oversimplifying this.
I was watching, it's the same thing that when I was watching the prequels, a buddy of mine was sitting next to us, and we got to the part where Anakin went and found his mom and all this stuff, and he killed all the things and this, that, and the other, and started to go dark side, and you see all that stuff, and he sat up and he goes, "Are you kidding me? He became Darth Vader because he missed his mommy."
He became such an oversimplification. There's so much more than that.
But that's what I was. That's what Hung was like.
No,
her name's Martha.
You're missing.
Well, yeah, duh.
Literally, the last words his dad spoke to him were his mother's name.
Right.
So, at that point in time, you're drawing Batman to the inevitable conclusion that it's like watching his father die all over again while the villain stands over the top of him. So that's literally what Superman called to attention, the fact that he's trying to call out for his mom, basically begging the only person in the world that can help her to help her because he has no other choice. He's about to die. So he's like, save her, right? I don't even care about myself. He's not even begging, please don't kill me. He's not doing that. He's saying, Martha, basically save my mom. right? And
Your
Batman
mom?
literally standing over him with a spear, about to punch him in the heart with it, right? And the last
Yeah,
thing he
little
remembers,
tear.
hold on, wait. The
Little
last
tear.
thing he remembers is
Little
dad saying, yeah, that's what it's
Little-
fine.
little-
You can
little
think
tear.
about it any way you want to. They humanize Superman in that moment. And at the same time, they brought a psychotic Bruce Wayne back to reality for the briefest of moments with enough time to realize what he was doing. He was literally about to kill the single person in the world that could ever understand how he felt.
Mm-hmm.
And so Batman at that moment realizes he had become the villain that killed his father, the exact same person that he had been fighting to stop. He was becoming that person. So he stopped himself. Like, it's oversimplification because they have the same name.
Overcomplication over here.
It's not an overcomplication. It's super easy to figure out. If you know anything about psychology in any way.
I have a degree, and it was still
No.
Your mom and my mom have the same name.
So then you're perfectly aware of when someone's having an absolute psychotic breakdown in every way. They become unhinged and violent and aggressive. That it's the dumbest shit that pulls them out of that. That pulls them out of that psychosis. And at that moment, it was the realization that not only did Superman and him have a commonality, but in his moment of death, the only thing he cared about was trying to save his family. He was human to Batman.
You know what? The cartoon did it better.
You did it better.
The cartoon did it better.
You did it better. I'm not going to get into this with a goddamn non-believer.
No, I'm a true believer. That's the problem.
And that Doomsday fight was pretty badass. I'll take that. I will take.
I
that
like the Doomsday fight
over the Ultron fight. You know what? I'll take it over the Alien fight from Avengers 2. Like that was bad. Like give me a protagonist. Like at least Ultron was somebody they could fight.
But my problem, you get into they merged so much stuff into that damn film.
What, Age of Ultron?
No.
Justice?
I haven't moved in from the Dawn of Justice yet. It was Batman v Superman, and then all of a sudden they're like, well, let's try to get as many cameos as possible.
Yeah.
Like Gal Gadot. We'll add Wonder Woman.
She stole that fight, though.
We'll give you a hint
you could get hate her all you want to. She stole that fight. It was awesome.
We'll give you a hint of the Flash.
Yeah.
We'll give you a hint of all these people you're going to see.
Cyborg, Aquaman.
All these people you're going to see in the next movie. They're going to get 5 seconds.
Yeah.
But that distracted me.
Of course it did. It's supposed to.
No.
That's the whole point.
It was, let's see if we can cram the kitchen sink. Does that fit?
My
Does that
God.
fit?
You are literally reaching for anything to be upset about in this movie.
I was waiting
for... You
for
are a goddamn millennial.
I was waiting for the shot of I was waiting for a shot of the swamp with the little head going up, going.
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom. I thought of that.
It was one step away from going. Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
Oh, you are goddamn ridiculous, sir. Freaking. But I hope that Haterade tastes good.
It was a fun movie, but it had issues.
They all have issues.
I know.
Every movie has issues to you. Your own movies have issues to you.
My own movies have a lot of issues. And it's basically not enough money and not enough time.
You're becoming the person you hate. You're becoming a film critic.
I can't help it though. You see on the other side of the window
lens. Yep.
too long,
lens, yep.
and you just see everything falling.
I see boom mics and shots all the time now. By the way, I'm not lying. Like, I'll look over and I'm like, boom mic, boom mic, boom mic.
What I laugh at is you can tell when the boom, when like big budget stuff, and then you actually watch the thing dip.
Yeah.
The little black bars.
Yeah, and it dips down because they edited it out. Yeah,
it's like, well, if we just bring it down a little bit, we'll drip the boom mic out of it.
Yep.
Or you'll see something go a little bit close in, and then it'll pull back out, and it's like, oh, they had to stretch the
the cable or the boom.
They had to stretch the actual frame out a little bit to hide the boom,
or to hide somebody probably walking that wasn't supposed to be.
Or how many movies that you catch like airplanes in the middle of an ancient Egyptian battle, flying in the sky?
Oh yeah, that's like so hard to actually stop that though. Like, what are you gonna do?
Well, I know.
I mean, it's not so bad now.
But in the age of CGI, they could take that out. But there are movies that still.
Oh yeah, well, I think it was not Lincoln. Obviously not that movie. It was some movie about the Civil War, and I can't remember what the hell it was. But there's like a pickup truck driving in the back. It's hilarious. Like
Glory.
Yeah, I think it might have been Glory actually. But yeah, there's like a little pickup truck just driving back there, and I was like, yeah. But like, you're not at Gettysburg. You're a liar. It's like some farm truck too, so they're just on some big farm. It's great.
So right. I think that's it for that.
Yeah, it's basically 2018. I'm excited for a couple of those.
2018 we have
Thor, Wonder Woman, Justice League for sure.
Yeah, 2018 we have Black Panther and the Flash.
Yeah, Flash movie definitely.
So
let's just stick for 2017. By the way, I think we got ahead of ourselves in 16, and I think that's why it sucks so bad. We were so ready to be done with it. That 2016 was like, no, pay attention to me, and threw a fit like a toddler. So yeah, so there's some good shit coming down the pipeline. So, all right. All right. On top of movies that are coming out and stuff like that, let's see what else we got here. I've got a chili cook-off coming up at the Fraternal Order of Eagles here in Anderson. So we're gonna
do
a little chili cook-off. Miss Tenacious T is putting on her annual royal, amazing, anticipated, eccentric, awesome.
I know you're looking
fantastic.
for alliteration. So.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Looking for her amazing, or looking to put on her Aquarian's ball in February, like she always does. So we're gonna do a little chili cook-off at the Fraternal Order of Eagles in Anderson, Indiana. Then we'll have some chili and we'll go eat it and we're gonna make some money. That's what the goal is. Well, hopefully about it, we'll make some money. She thinks it's a fundraiser. I'm just broke. So yeah, that's going to be taking place next Saturday, the 28th. So we're going to do that.
We just had the veterans fundraiser.
Yep. I need to
chicken noodle dinner.
I know I need to do a veterans fundraiser too, because I want to send some donations to some groups to. I want to get to Wounded Warrior. What are you humming about? I ain't sending any money to you, broke bastard.
No, the donations we were taking was for the Madison County Veterans Housing.
Was it? Okay. I know there's a Madison County Veterans Housing Project, and then
they're still looking to get their 501c3, which is what we were raising the money for.
Oh, it's for us. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get another fundraiser together for that too. Thinking about, I want to do something fun. I kind of want to wait till it gets warmer, so I can involve some more veterans and stuff like that. Maybe something fun for us to do.
Everybody's got to eat right now, so yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's the thing. I thought about doing some like the veteran candygrams, like having veterans deliver candygrams and stuff. I thought that'd been pretty cool.
Land shark,
huh? Yeah, be like, hey, heard you were looking for a candygram. Candygram.
Are you that land shark? Nope.
Loch Ness Monster? How much is a candygram? About $3.50. That's about the time I realized there wasn't no person at all. No, the 65-foot tall monster from the crustaceous period. Sorry. How much a beer cost? About $3.50. Damn it, Loch Ness Monster.
Land shark. Car.
Anyway, so we got that coming up. Nothing really big, major coming up. That's my buddy Adam Essex's birthday today. I want to wish him a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Adam. Little love from a boy. Missy's birthday was today. Happy birthday to Missy. For the most part, I mean that's pretty much it. Like I said, there's not a lot going on right now for me. I mean, the new year is going to bring some crazy stuff, and there's lots of stuff in the news to talk about. But honestly, I don't want to talk about that because it's stupid. So, I mean,
well, you'll have that.
I mean, we can talk about some nerdy stuff, like some games and stuff like that. But we already talked about some games and movies, and talk about some books. I've been reading some cool books. Like we get little bits of available time where I work, between calls and stuff like that. So I've been reading some books.
What have you been reading?
The book I just finished was Generation Warriors. Just a pretty decent book. It wasn't like spectacular. It was a sci-fi book.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm reading one right now called Empress of Light. That's pretty cool. It's weird, like kind of a Chinese base book, like some like Eastern mysticism, like heavily based on Eastern mysticism and stuff. And it's kind of weird how he blended science fiction with the fantasy of the Eastern mysticism and the religions over there. It's pretty cool. Absolutely butchers Chinese names, but it's still pretty cool. Like he actually put that in his foreword too. I thought that was pretty funny. He was like, for all my Chinese friends that helped me with this book and helped me understand the history of their people, and who laugh at me for butchering their names. So that was pretty cool. And then I got one coming up, The Price of the Stars. That's the name of it. That's the next one I got lined up. I've already been through like 4 books since I've been there. Everybody's like, my God, you read books fast. I'm like, this isn't even fast for me. Like if I take more than a couple of days, I would take more than a couple of days to read a book. I feel like I'm just going too slow. And that's usually because I'm ADD and I'm like, I'm done with this chapter. I'm going to move on.
I finished last year was Ready Player One.
Ready Player One?
Yeah.
Is that the one where the guy was talking about like I think I've seen that. Was that the one where he documents trying to find like the ET game?
No. This is it's a sci-fi book.
I know I've heard of it. I know I have. You're gonna let me borrow it. That's what's gonna happen as soon as we leave here today.
As soon as I figure out where it got stuck on one of these shelves.
All right, well, we'll find it. It sounds awesome.
But I got in a loot crate, and I was like, really? So I finally started reading it. I was like, oh yeah, I like this. And they're making it into a movie.
Oh, nice.
So because everybody has been talking them up so much, and I've been putting it off for so long, I decided to give the Jim Butcher Dresden Files, the Dresden books.
You're reading those right now?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm up to Grave Peril. It's only book 3.
Yeah. Krista Jassel, she's been powering through. She's actually been watching the Game of Thrones series, so she's up to season 5, like halfway through season 5. I still have not finished seasons 5 or 6 yet.
I knew she made the comment about like Hodor being something
sad. It's sad. I saw what you're talking about.
And I was like, oh, just wait.
Yeah, it just gets so much worse.
And
now she's what's going to end up happening is I'm going to get retroactively smacked for holding the door at Gen Con and going, Hodor. Literally, I sat there at the end of Gen Con and I'm holding the door, telling everybody Hodor as they walked out. And one guy looked at me, he's like, oh, bro, too soon, and just kept walking. Another chick she was like, oh, I love that. That's awesome. She just high-fives me and just keeps walking. But yeah, every time somebody walked, I go, Hodor.
A buddy of mine had never seen it. He's like, when I go to Gen Con, he probably will never go. But he's like, when I go, I'm going to cosplay. What should I do? And I was like, well, you're a heavyset guy. I said, Hodor is the easiest one for you to do. And I showed him a picture. He goes, oh, I can do that. I can make one of that. Yeah. It's a little, burlap fabric and this, that, and the other, and a little bit of wool. And yeah, I can do that.
String belt. Yep.
I was like, okay. So we'll just dye your hair blonde.
Yep.
Or white.
Yeah, it was white, but whatever.
And he was like,
everything's so dismal in that movie. Like everybody's thinking everything's so dismal in that show. Like the only thing that's colorful is Daenerys. Like anything having to do with Daenerys, like that whole, like it went from being like this drab, dusty desert stuff to being like, oh, it's so colorful now and everybody's so pretty and like this makeup, and I'm like, what?
But so I was like talking to him and said, you'll have to watch a lot of stuff. So his whole plan was to hold the door
and just say Hodor. That's awesome. Yeah, so and that's great cosplay because it's funny, accurate, and
we were talking about taking our buddy's 4-year-old with us so he can strap him to his back.
That's awesome. Oh, that's even better, man. When you get kids involved in the cosplay, like that just makes cosplay.
We'll just dress him up like Bran and just strap him to the back.
That's awesome. So Krista Jassel cried at Red Wedding,
Oh yeah.
but not for the reason you think. Flash forward to the end of that,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why. You remember what happened with that whole? Yeah, okay. So I give spoilers away. I actually know it. No, it's been long enough at this point for everybody, including myself. So, warning, spoilers. Warning, spoilers. Warning, spoilers. Chris, you want to tell them it's a
Spoilers.
okay?
If you haven't
Spoilers.
seen it yet, you're probably not going to. So
Yeah. So when they killed the dire wolf, on top of killing everybody else, like everybody that she liked, she's like, they killed everybody I like. I was like, I know. She was like, and then they killed the dire wolf, and she started getting all sad about it. I was like, it's not even bad yet. Like that was awful. We're not even to the bad yet.
just wait.
Yeah, it gets
There's more.
there's so much more. It's like it kills everyone you love and lets the people you hate live, except for Joffrey. It's just amazing. I laughed so hard when he died. I laughed and I laughed and I just kept laughing. And I went outside, smoked a cigarette, I came back in, started the next episode. And it literally started with him, the face of him, literally his face dead. And I started laughing all over again. I was like, he's still a bitch. That was about the only thing that really satisfied me about that show. That and Arya, because Arya is a fucking badass.
The one thing that I really, really dug, and I don't know if you're there yet, was the what did they call it? Tyrion used it in the Battle of the Bay.
I saw the Battle of the Bay.
Yeah, that the fire, whatever their version of Greek fire.
Yep, that
Can't
was
remember
cool.
what it was called.
I don't remember either. It was basically poop.
But it gets brought back up. I don't know if you're there,
No,
but it comes back in a big way.
was it?
Yeah.
Cool. I laughed very hard when he shot his dad on the toilet and killed him. That was hysterical. And then the I can't remember the eunuch's name. Save my life. But
I can't remember.
when he puts Tyrion, not Tyrion, when he puts Tyrion in the little crate and he's going to ship him off to the lands of the west or the lands of the east, and he hears the bells and he hears the call for guards going to the castle, and he looks over and he's like, "Oh, okay," and he gives this look on his face like, well, I'm fucked. He just sits down on the crate and takes the boat with him. Like, oh, that sucks. Lost my job. This is why I never did the right thing. That was fantastic. And then the mountain, when he got beat, but still managed to kill that dude, just squish his whole head. That was amazing.
That goes to never gloat until your job's finished.
That's exactly what that. Like, I'm nodding my head. Nobody can see me nodding my head. I understand that, but that is precisely what that means. And yeah, I've got like I have a ton of love for that show. It's really good. I will, however, come out on a limb, and I'm going to say that I'm fairly certain that George R. R. Martin is a terrible pervert.
Well, at this point, they're going off of their own. The book that for the last season isn't even out yet.
Because apparently George R. R. Martin also never finishes anything except for his food. While he's at it, your food.
What I was laughing about was the George R. R. Martin quote about 2016.
What'd he say?
He's just tired of the death.
Oh. It's enough 2016. When George R. R. Martin tells you it's enough, it's enough.
I was just like, irony.
Right? You know what it was? 2016 was like, oh, you're going to kill everybody we love? Well, we got you, bro. We're going to kill everybody you love. And they did, and it made me sad. You know, I don't get shook up over celebrity deaths, but that's something we didn't talk about.
We talked about it in the end of last year.
Did we?
The very end show we did.
I thought she had. Did we get together before? I didn't think.
You did.
I didn't think we got together after Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Did we? Right, I was right before New Year, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't get shook up over celebrity deaths, but that one got to me for sure. It was sad. That was probably the worst one for me. And then the next day, her mom's like, "Man, fuck it." I was like, "Damn, bro." Like Debbie Reynolds and Carrie Fisher within 2 days. Jesus Christ. So, anyways, I don't want to end on a dour note. Pick up the pace. Let's go. What we got?
A bunch of new equipment.
I don't think anybody cares.
I am excited.
I'm excited. But like it's like me saying I've never put music on my phone till yesterday for the first time in my life. Like other than like downloading music directly to my phone. But yeah. So that's basically this, I think, the same vein of excitement. Like you and I are excited about those things respectively. But I don't think anybody else gives a shit.
Well, we did.
Oh, Chris got some whoop-de-doo Basil.
So we did get stuff for the filmmaking stuff, and we got stuff for our convention gear so we no longer have to lug this thing around.
Yeah, the big giant box of death. The box of death. Which
I actually got a nice big equipment box for the camera and all that stuff, which would be a pain in the tuchus to carry around the conventions.
Right.
So we can I have the setup to run everything through our smartphone and broadcast live.
Yay!
Literally stream live.
Cool.
No matter where we're at.
That way we don't have to do crap like Facebook. What? I mean, what?
Well, no, we can go crap live.
Crap live?
We can do the
I don't
Facebook.
think we should crap live, though. Like, it'd be funny because I'm hysterical when I'm on the toilet, but
I figured, we can go Facebook Live, we could do YouTube live streaming, and we can do the Periscope stuff. Because we're on all three.
Yes, we are.
And
why don't you tell the people where they can find us?
Facebook.com/Geek Public Radio.
Uh-huh.
And just look up Geek Public Radio on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I don't remember how to get to I think it's at Free Geek Radio.
At Free Geek. I think it's at Free Geek Public Radio.
No, it's Free Geek Radio.
Is it Free Geek Radio?
Yeah, on
I'll
Twatters.
I'll know what it is.
On the Twatter.
And then I'm at Crazy Chris, and then at True Giselle or True Jassel. I don't even remember anymore. I'm at True Crazy _Chris. So at True Crazy _Chris. Then Jassel. Oh my God, I don't want to connect. I hate Twitter sometimes. Like I really actually do. I don't know how many times I've had to say this, but everybody's all like, "Oh, Twitter's so fun, and you could do so much stuff on Twitter." I don't care. I just don't care. I just don't care. I don't care anymore. I don't know what to do. Like, how do I find people? Ow. Sorry. Everybody out there, I'm sorry. Just coughed in your ears, your ear holes. Oh, my God. There we go. Jassel is at the real _Jassel, Jassel. And I don't know where you are because you're places that I don't know where. I don't think you've ever tweeted as your self person.
I have.
I don't think you have.
I have.
I don't believe you.
What, at Archeo12? That's my personal.
That's your tweeter.
That's my personal one.
At Archeo12. Oh yeah, it's Free Geek Radio.
That's what I said. Free Geek Radio.
Yep, at Free Geek Radio.
And
Are you sure it's at Free Geek Radio?
Yeah.
All right.
See, Free Geek Radio.
That's fine. It's fine. It's okay. Oh my gosh.
And see, the last tweet was when we posted the last bit of Gen Con stuff before the end of the year.
Nice. Okay, yeah, I guess so. Whatever.
And then, of course, our little YouTube update about how they were,
tearing us down because they
blocking and taking stuff off.
They were taking it. We were taking it to the man, and they didn't like it. Oh, love of God! What do we got here?
So as we devolved into the thing that I said is ruining the world.
Yes, actually, we absolutely and shamelessly plugged it too. I love it.
Well, we do have stuff to say, and it's not normally politically biased.
No, not usually.
Or based or anything. So if you want to check us out there, it's a free politics zone. As in, no politics, not like we'll hand it out
And
freely.
if it is politically driven in any way, it's generally joke oriented first, and it will swing both ways. So if you see the hammer lean in one direction, I promise it'll swing back the other way. Yeah, there is no. I am of the people, for the people, by the people. I don't particularly care what left, right, lean. I don't really care if you're a twat waffle. You're a twat waffle. Like if you're a douchebag, you're a douchebag. Like I call it what it is. I don't really care if you represent a collective group of people or if you represent yourself. I'll call it like I see it. So that's the way I feel about it.
I don't like getting on the topics, so
Yep.
as much as I ended up bringing it up and shooting myself in the foot, I just don't like.
No, it's not a good time for anybody because everybody gets upset. Like inevitably, no matter realistically what you do, somebody's going to get upset, and it's an unfortunate side effect of the special snowflake world we live in anymore. Like I honestly am surprised. Like that's seriously the first thing I thought of.
I like how you just found the prop.
I did. I found the prop for the sledgehammer. It's amazing. I'm surprised that our website, or not website, but I'm surprised our YouTube channel didn't get taken down just because we have a different opinion about stuff than some other people. Like, I'm like, sweet God.
Well, see, like I said, we don't post any of that stuff.
No, we don't.
So, in the
We don't.
simple
But like
fact
I said, I think we did one time. And I've made some mention of stuff on Sunday Night Madness, but it's usually like a quick rant about how people need to quit being assholes, and then I leave it alone. But I don't know. It's
I like how I turned it around though. I was like, so we can't talk to an Asian guy or a guy of Asian descent on a game about something he created without being flagged as
inappropriate or offensive. Way to go, YouTube. There's that Disney bias again.
way to go for being racist.
Right? I don't understand.
And fattest.
We were definitely fattest, like for sure. Because my God, like I looked like I gained 40 pounds in those videos.
You did.
I did. Shut up.
Oh, dude, when I do the updates and I'm sitting like this, all you see is gut. It's like, really? I gotta like stand up.
So what you're basically saying is like we could never do the girl POV porn for you.
No,
we could never have the one looking up at you. We could never do that because
you just see her eyes.
I'm picturing that. It's hysterical.
On that note, this has been Geek Public Radio, the first show for the year, and this is how it went. So
this is where we ended, people. This is how it started. This is how we're going to end it. I'm pretty sure we started with porn jokes, and we just ended with one. So free love and all that good stuff, and hippies.
And yeah.
I still want my blowjob. I'm still bitter about this.
Anywho, this has been Geek Public Radio on geekpublicradio.com. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Like all the stuffs.
We're on all the things. If you just look us up, you'll find us.
Eventually, we're planning on being on Amazon as well.
Oh, we also want to encourage you guys, please feel free. Please Google Geek Public Radio. Google it a lot.
Google it.
Googler. Then go Google yourself, you sick bastard.
Google baiting.
I Google bait all the time. I'm not going to lie. I am a narcissist.
I've done it once. But I share my name with like football players and all sorts of stuff. So it's like.
You're so weird.
I can never find anything about myself.
You're so weird.
All right. That jerkhole Topher.
This has been Crazy Chris.
This is Topher.
Y'all have fun out there. Peace.